We are live, live, live. Welcome, everyone. I am back. I am so excited. Welcome to Bald Life Magazine. As you plug in, please share this video. We have an awesome lineup on today. We are going to give you guys some power packed information to change the game when it comes to your hair loss. When it comes to your hair loss, I'm so excited. My name is Jamie Elmore. I am the editor in chief of Bald Life Magazine. I am your alopecia confidence coach. And to all of my babies, I am your alopecia auntie. Yes, that's who I am. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about Bald Life Magazine. Bald Life Magazine. Actually, you know what? Let me check my I can make sure that I'm in here. Sorry, y'all. I just, we just gonna flow. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm all up in here on my page because I want to make sure that my guests, I don't even know, make sure that my guests are plugged in as well. So let's just check our phones, everybody. Let's just check real quick. Make sure that everything is lined up before I start going in on today. I apologize. You have to make sure that all the technical stuff is all there we go. Yes. I'm in there. Okay, I'm in there. All right. So yes, guys, my name is Jamie Elmore. Welcome to Ball Life Magazine. You are in for a treat. I am your editor in chief of Bald Life Magazine. I am your alopecia confidence coach. And for all my babies out there, I am your alopecia auntie. Yes, I am so excited. We are here again. We do this show. Actually, it's turning into 2 times a week. That means that we have so much content. We have so many guests that are appearing on our show to share their hair loss story. So let me tell you guys a little bit about Bald Life Magazine. Bald Life Magazine is a platform for individuals, for men, women, and children that are bald due to alopecia, cancer, medically induced, or simply by choice. This platform is a safe space for them. This platform provides them a space to share their stories, to stand in their truth, and to unapologetically rock their crown. I believe that we're the only platform that's out there right now that's doing what we do. I believe we're the only magazine out there in magazine land that has a space for bald people. So I'm so excited to share with you guys on today. But let me give you just a little insight on what alopecia is all about. As you guys can see, I'm bald. I have alopecia. Alopecia is a autoimmune disease. It's where your immune system attacks your hair follicle and causes your hair to fall out. Now, there are 6.8 million people in the US. Can you believe that? 147 million people worldwide that have this disease. And I really believe that the numbers are much higher because so many people suffer in silence when it comes to there are various types of alopecia. There's alopecia areata, where you just get the bald spots, your hair starts falling out in circular spots. Some men experience it in their beards or your eyebrows. Then we have alopecia totalis. Basically, you just lose the hair on your head. And then we have alopecia universalis. That is total body hair loss. Now that one right there, that's something. I'm like on the edge of alopecia universalis. Pretty much I've lost all my hair, lost my eyebrows hair, my eyelashes. I'm just wearing eye accessories today. Lost my nose hairs. I mean, this alopecia is rude. I like to call it. It's rude because it just shows up. You don't know why it doesn't discriminate, meaning that it can affect anybody, any age, any gender, any race. It doesn't matter. You can be polka dot stripe. Who cares? Alopecia will show up when it wants to and how it wants to in your life. And so I'm just excited about our guests, and I'm excited to just share some tools and information with you guys. And we have one of our amazing writers of Bald Life Magazine. She's here with us on today, and we get to go into her story and find out more about her, why she chose trichology, and she's an expert. She's an expert when it comes to hair loss. And so I want you guys to share this video, send your last minute invites, because we need people to be in the room on today. We need them in the room. And so I want to welcome Precious. Precious, how are you today, sis?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jamie. I'm doing excellent. Thank you so much for having me as your guest.
I'm so excited. We have so much to talk about today. Oh my goodness, so much to talk about. I just want to jump right in. I want to jump right in. Now I know that you have so much experience.
Mhm.
You have several college degrees outside of trichology, but I want you to tell us why you decided trichology, and just kind of give us a little background about your story and this whole journey with trichology.
Yes, absolutely. So, hair has always been a passion of mine, especially healthy hair, whether it's long, flowing. I just love hair. And so, always find myself, even just walking by, looking at people. That's like the first thing I notice. Like, is your hair? What's going on? I know that's weird, but I'm just all about the follicles. Um, but anyway, I got into trichology because of my own experience, and so I also, by trade, I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. And so, like, I knew how to camouflage, do the hair, do the different hairstyles. And so, I've always had long, thick hair. And so, I wasn't afraid to play around with my hair and do different hairstyles. So, lo and behold, as I'm going through cosmetology school, doing these different styles and putting in the different weaves and stuff, I messed around and started taking out my own hair. So that was like the first time for me to actually really experience like traction alopecia just from wearing the weaves and the extensions and stuff. So I knew how to rebound from that, and then I would color my hair, then I would cut my hair, just do different things. So because my belief was I always want to know what my client is experiencing so I can be able to guide them, help them to grow healthy hair back. So I could just understand what they're going through. And then as the years went on, um, I had my second son. So I have two boys. I'm married, and so I had my second son, and I experienced postpartum alopecia. So the technical term for that is telogen effluvium. And so when that happened, that really just did something within my soul, because I was already battling things subconsciously because I was overweight, had the baby weight on. I'm working at a job, so at this time I had not completely transitioned to working full time as a trichologist. So I was working for an employer, and so I just had a lot of things going on mentally. I had the weight, not liking working at the job. I want to work for myself. I want to be free, and just still hanging on to that limiting belief. Well, I need to keep this paycheck coming in. I can't be out here chasing after a dream. So I can't be a financial burden to the family. So anyhow, I was able to work through that. And as I was working through my own self development, changing my mindset, learning to eat better, it dawned on me that, hey, there's tons of other women out here, men too, but predominantly women that are experiencing this. They don't know what to do with postpartum hair loss. They're not able to camouflage. So I was like, well, I need to share this knowledge. And I also want to throw in there, so as I was experiencing my hair loss, the telogen effluvium, as I mentioned, I was overweight. So I also had high blood pressure. I was pre-diabetic. So it was like I had a chain of reactions going on in addition to um the postpartum alopecia that I really needed to get together and focus. So that is what really just put a light under my fire. Is like I need to go ahead and really help these women. And then last but not least, my mother, she had ended up passing away unexpectedly, and that just really that was just like the core. Like once she left, so I was just like, I can't. I think whenever someone dies, they go too soon. They're too young. But something just sparked in me to where I was just like, you know what? She left too soon. I'm gonna make sure that I'm living my life, and I'm going to be able to play full out and be able to serve and to give to people and make impact in people's lives. So that was really the turning point for me to really go ahead, get it in gear, and go hard at trichology.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. It sounds like you had a lot going on. Like you said, after you had your child, us as women, our bodies go through a lot. And
Yep.
then trying to balance and figure out what you wanted to do with your life. You were balancing a lot at the same time. And then the passing of your mother, it sounded like that was your turning point, and you made a decision that you were going to live your best life and make sure that you wanted to do what you wanted to do in life and
Mhm.
walk out your purpose. And here you are, you're a trichologist. Now, some people, when they think about trichologists, number one, they don't know what a trichologist is,
Mhm.
and they sometimes get that confused with a dermatologist. So can you tell us the difference between a dermatologist and a trichologist?
Yeah, sure. So a trichologist is someone that specializes specifically in the hair and the scalp. So you're looking at, all diseases, any type of thing that's related to the hair and the scalp. So that's what a trichologist does. Now, a dermatologist, of course, they are medical doctors, and they too can do biopsies. And now some of them do specialize in trichology, but they're predominantly more so for the whole body and skin. Whereas trichology, they're specifically focusing on the hair and the scalp um, conditions. And now, as trichologists over here in the U.S., we are not medically um, medically licensed, and so that will be the determination between a dermatologist and a trichologist. So trichologists, we are certified, but we don't carry the MD behind our name. Well, some do. I would take that
Wow.
back. Some do, but in my case, I don't carry the MD behind my name.
But I think that's so key.
Mhm.
When I went through my journey with alopecia, I went and seen a dermatologist, but I really feel like in my heart I should have went to see a trichologist because you guys
Yes.
specialize in the scalp. I mean,
Mhm.
hair and scalp. I mean, it just didn't add up. When I was on my journey and visiting my doctor, I think I went through a little bit more because they did not specialize in the scalp. And so I would highly recommend anybody dealing with hair loss connect with the trichologist. Of course, you can go see a dermatologist, but
Yes.
connect with a trichologist. Reach out to Precious and have someone that understands the scalp, the conditions of the scalp and the hair. I think that's a little bit more advantageous. It will work into
Mhm.
your advantage if you're looking to a trichologist. So let's talk about healthy hair.
Yes.
What? Okay, because I'm a hairstylist too, cosmetologist, and everybody has their definition, or when they think about healthy hair, what's your definition of healthy hair? What does that look like to you?
Yes, absolutely. So, my definition of healthy hair is hair that is growing from the scalp. It's at the right moisture balance for your hair. It's not damaged, and it's just flourishing, because you can look at your body and your hair reflects what's going on in your body. So, if your hair is flowing and growing, it's shiny, it just has that body to it, that thickness, that lushness, then that in turn tells me that, hey, this is a healthy person that I'm working with here.
Wow, that's good. That's really good. Basically, you're saying your hair tells a lot about you, about a
It
person,
does.
you know,
Hmm.
and just like our fingernails as
Yeah.
well, tells a lot about what's going on the inside. So that's good. That is really good. Now let me ask you, since you've been in business, what
Hmm.
have you noticed the trend as far as in the hair industry in general? What's like going on right now with the hair?
There's a lot going on. First, I just want to say, you know, um, it seems like now children, like it's like the younger people are starting to experience hair loss. Like before it used to be 30s, 40s, but now you're starting to see even the teenagers starting to experience hair loss. And no one's understanding why it's happening. And even some children now, so that's been a really big thing that's going on right now. Is and it's at the point where there some of them are not even doing the weaves and extensions, and they're just starting to have hair loss. So that makes you want to look at, okay, wow, what are we eating, what are we putting in our foods, what are we actually putting in our bodies, what's around our environment that's actually causing that. And then, of course, right now at this time, we're in this pandemic, so that doesn't help. So it's like everything is just heightened right now because we're constantly in that fight or flight. Everything's going on. Every time you turn on the news, something's going on. It's bad, and you just don't know. Are you financially secure? You say if you just don't, it's too much uncertainty. So that is causing stress. And then I just been seeing a lot of hair thinning, just a lot going on, and it's not even the normal genetic hair loss where you'll see it in the back. It's mostly in the front and in the edges. So that's starting to become huge. It's like more and more.
I totally agree with you because I'm getting more and more mothers with
Yep.
kids that are babies, toddlers, 2, 3 years old that are dealing with hair loss and alopecia, and it hurts my heart because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It is out of our control, but like you said,
Yeah.
there's so much going on that we have to look at. But to have children and babies dealing with hair loss at such a young age, it wasn't like that when we were kids.
No, it
When we
was
were
not.
kids, not like that. So something has changed. Like you said, the food, the environment, something is going on that's
Hmm.
causing the higher number of kids and babies to be dealing with hair loss. It just blows me away. Now you are an author of a
Yes.
book, of an amazing book, and I'm definitely
Hmm.
going to encourage people to check out your book. And the name of your book is Hair. Yes, there it is. There it is. I love it. Hair regrowth starts within. And it sounds like you have an 8-phase system to heal from the
Yes.
inside out. Talk to us about your book and what steps you take us through for a person to get healthy hair.
Yes, absolutely. So this book ended up being developed because of everything that I had went through, and what I do is walk you through step by step. Of course, bringing you to awareness of what's going on with your body, helping you to get to that place where you can just accept your hair, accept what is going on, just accept what it is right now, and then walking you through the process. Okay, this is how you deal with it. And this process developed because, well, not only am I a testimony of it, but I had some clients go through it. And I said, you know what, I need to turn this into a book because this works, it's simple, and it's easy to follow. And with the steps, I'm not only addressing the hair, because that's the first important thing. Everyone's concerned about the hair, the physical appearance, but I also address the emotional piece because that is truly key. If you can't get your emotions and your mind and your spirituality together, that is going to continue and to perpetuate what's going on inside of your body. And so once I figured that out, and made that correlation, I was like, okay, wow, my
Mhm.
hair is starting to grow back, and I'm able to manage. I'm able to manage my emotions, and I realized that people don't know that. They don't understand that connection, that mind body spirit connection, in addition to the physical hair, and the nutrition. And so I really just break all that down. I teach about the hair cycle, because people don't understand their own hair cycle. It's like we're all individuals. We have different body chemistries, and so what may work for me as far as food and exercise, that's not going to work for you. So you have to be on a different regimen. And so I share that in there. And I really talk a lot about, supplements and just nutrition in general, but particularly like supplements and vitamins, because, everyone, they want to go be on Google and look up things, and be on YouTube. And so they're trying these different
Right.
supplements because somebody else is trying them. And don't get me wrong, because I've played my part in it too. So I'm guilty of that as well. But what you end up doing is you end up having all these supplements and vitamins. You're overtaking supplements that you shouldn't be taking. Then you end up have a drawer full or a bag full of vitamins, because you're trying to self-diagnose, try to get your hair to grow back, when you could have just went to a professional that does this for a living to help you get to the bottom of what's going on with your body. And then there's different um, assessment that you can do that will give you better insight to to go on for your body, so specifically what to do. And so I outline that in the book through my steps.
Wow, that's amazing. It sounds like you take a holistic approach
Yes.
with your
Yeah.
clients.
Hmm.
And a lot of people don't do that. So I commend you on that. I, if you can't look at it holistically, you can't just focus
Yes.
on one particular area. You have to look at the whole picture in order to find out what the root cause of why you're, losing your hair. So that's great. That's really good. Now you are not only a trichologist, you are a wellness coach, a
Hmm.
consultant. Talk to us about the people that you serve, and what have been some of the testimonies from your services of people working with you.
Yes, absolutely. So the people that work with me, they definitely notice a difference in their body. So not just their hair, but they also notice difference in their body. So I'm taking them from a breakdown of unhealthy hair to thick, fuller hair, as to the point where they're at the option where wearing a wig is optional, is not a must. And so they're pleased with the results that they're getting. They like how they feel. They have energy, and it's like I'm different for them, because I'm teaching them a whole new lifestyle, and I'm taking them by the hand, step by step, teaching them what to do, and definitely boosting their confidence. And in turn, they're seeing a difference in their business life, and their business and life.
Awesome. Wow. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. You take your clients by the hand. You just don't throw something out there and tell them, do this, do that. You take them
No.
step by step by step. And so that's
Hmm.
probably why you're getting the positive results that you're getting with your clients. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. You also have a podcast, and I
Oh, yes.
happen to be one of your guests on that podcast. It was simply amazing. Talk to us about your podcast. So you are an author, you are a writer in Bald Life magazine. Okay, come on with the resume. And then you also have a podcast. Tell us about this podcast and what made you decide to launch your podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the podcast, I was looking for an outlet so I can be able to connect with those that needed me and to hear my voice. And I knew that people all over the world. You can listen to the podcast anywhere, whether you're on your phone, in your car. So I really wanted to just meet that connection and just touch as many as I can. And so the podcast, it ensures that women are confident. And so I go on there. I make sure that I'm giving them information to break their limiting beliefs that they have about hair loss, and to really help them partner with their mind, their body, and their soul, to make sure, again, that they're able to, be solid in their business and life. And I teach them, it's just not about your hair loss or your receding hairlines, any dandruff. It's not always hereditary. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it could be related to stress, unhealthy habits, anxiety, and those are the biggest contributor to hair loss. And so what I'm doing is I'm giving them solutions, giving them tips on what they can do so they again can be whole in their body, mind, and soul.
That's awesome. And you know what? What's great as well about your podcast is that you share your platform. You share your
Mhm.
platform and you have guests. Now, how do you choose or select the guests for your interviews for your podcast? Talk to us about that.
Yes, absolutely. So with the guests, what I'm always doing is thinking about, okay, what was it that I went through when I experienced hair loss? So I always put myself into my audience position. And I always look at it as, what do they need? And then who can I find that can give them this information? And then I reach out to them and partner with them, because what I've been finding is, again, as women, we internalize a lot of things. We go through suffering by ourselves, and there's no need for that. We have different, mental thoughts, things going around on in our head. And so what I'm doing again is bringing truth, bringing the facts, finding people that say, hey, there's help for you here. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. So I'm bringing them the support that they need. So I definitely look for businesses, individuals that can complement me. And I say, hey, I'm willing, to share my platform with you. What can you offer some advice to my audience? And so they can have, again, that well-rounded holistic experience, again, for hair, body, mind, and soul. So I want to have them covered at all angles.
Wow, that's awesome. And you know what? I think us as women, when we begin to understand the power of collaboration, the
Yep.
power of working together, when we understand that, I believe that we will begin to see a change. We can touch more lives. We can support each other, and I think it's vital. I mean, it's vital in this time because we can't be all things to all people. But
Yep.
when we can find somebody that specializes in a certain area, and when we can undergird them and help elevate them, then it automatically elevates us as well, and then we're able to touch even more people. And so I think that's simply amazing, and it's so needed. And I believe that more women are doing just that. They're doing just that. So I'm excited. Now, let me ask you, do you have any resources that you can share with our audience concerning healthy hair, or just any resources concerning with what you do and what you specialize? Can you just give us some pointers, please?
Yes, absolutely. So, you always have my book, of course. And then one of my favorite books that I like to read and that has helped me understand the body better, as far as like being on my health journey. It was called Digestive Wellness: Strengthen the Immune System and Prevent Disease Through Healthy Digestion, by Elizabeth Lipsky. So she's a really great author and talks about the health and digestion. So that has really taught me a lot. And then there's other books out there that I've read, as far as like helping you with your hair. I think it's by two books by Dr. Lisa Akubari. I think she spelled her name Akbari, and she has a few books. There's also a dermatology book by Dr. Yolanda Lindsay. She's a dermatologist out in New Jersey. I know she's on the East Coast, I believe. And she has a book about getting to the root. So she also explains about hair, the different conditions, the different scalp conditions that you may be experiencing. So that's another great resource if you want to consider to look into to see what's going on with your hair.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, when we're finished with this interview, can you go back in the comments section and drop a couple of those names, some of those books for
Oh,
our
yes.
readers and
Okay.
our listeners? Because I think that that'll be beneficial because I'm definitely going to look into those authors. I mean, anything that basically what you just did, you gave us some information, some things to add to our tool bag.
Yes.
So we're going to drop some information for the hair tool bag that Precious has that can help us improve our hair and possibly help us grow our hair back. But not only that, but help us holistically. And that's
Yes.
the key. And that's the difference because I've talked to a lot of people, wellness coaches, but some people just focus on one area, but you don't. You focus on
Yeah.
the whole person, the whole person. So that is simply amazing. Now, do this for me. Tell our listeners how we can get in contact with you. If we want to work with you as one of your clients, can you give us some information on how we can contact you, please?
Oh, sure, sure. So I'm on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Dirty Hair Secrets. Then definitely send me a connection request on LinkedIn as Precious Rutland. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm looking to build my connections up over there. And then also you can go to bit.ly / dirty hair secrets. There's information there for you, whether you want to sign up and speak with me one on one. That's definitely available for you as far as a session. And I think that's it. I think those are pretty good. So, and then you can always direct message me as well. So,
Awesome. Awesome. And you guys, she will definitely leave some of her information in the thread, the comments section. And I've already
mhm.
left one of her websites. So we'll make sure that you guys are able to contact her. And if
Yes.
all else fails, if you need to reach her and you can't remember anything, reach out to me and I will direct you right on to Precious so she can help you. And while we're on this, wrapping this all up, I just want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank all of our listeners, our audience for joining us on today. And I want to announce that the Bald Life magazine will be released in September, September the 1st. You will have the opportunity to read one of Precious's articles. She is a featured writer in our magazine, and I'm totally honored and excited. We have about 9 or 10 writers. We have stories of men, women, and children from all over the world, literally all over the world that will be in this magazine. I'm so honored and I'm excited because we are changing the game. We're changing the game. Imagine going into a drugstore or a beauty supply store and finding a magazine that features bald people, all bald people. That's what Ball Life Magazine is all about. So the healing is going to be amazing. The stories and every last article that's shared in the magazine will take you to the next level. And it's not just for people that are dealing with hair loss. Our writers,
Yeah.
they wrote to everybody. It's like
Yeah.
universal writers. Okay, if I can say that. That means that anybody that picks up that magazine, you will be able to take something away that you can apply to your life. And so if you are interested in pre-ordering You can drop your name in the comment section. I will make sure that you'll get your magazine as well. And if you want to reach out to us at balllifemagazine.com, please do that as well. And then if you are looking for a coach, alopecia confidence coach, I am your girl. I will leave my information in the comment section as well. So we're excited. We look forward to seeing you guys back here next Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. And next Saturday as well, we will have another guest speaker. So we have a lot coming up within this week. And so we're just excited about being here. And do you have any closing remarks that you would like to share, Precious, before we get off here?
Oh, yes. I just want to tell everyone thank you so much for tuning in and getting to know me. Please share this out. And then, last but not least, don't feel like you're alone and you don't have anyone to support you in your corner. There's plenty of people that you can reach out to. So just know that you're never alone.
You got that right. Couldn't have said it any better. You are not alone. You have a whole community out here that's willing and able to walk alongside you as you're dealing with your hair loss, whatever it may be, by choice or not by choice. So we are here to walk with you together. So you guys, will see you next Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. And stay tuned. September 1st, 2020, Ball Life magazine will be dropping. I wish I had my magazine right here to show everybody what it looks like. But you know what? I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna grab it real quick. I sure am. I'm just gonna grab it just so you guys can see. I mean, why not? Right? I mean, why not? I'm gonna show you guys the magazine. Here it is. Bam! Ball Life magazine in the flesh. In the flesh. So if you guys are interested in pre-ordering a magazine copy, you can do that. We have this size. We will have several options. You'll be able to go on our website and purchase a copy that will be mailed to you, or you can download a digital copy that will can be on your device or on your computer. And then we also have a special size. Sorry, guys, I keep getting off the camera. Special size that only myself, excuse me, will be selling. Um, this is the half size. I call it the jet size. It'll probably be a little bit bigger, but this is our jet size. Our half size are $10, and then our full size will be $19.99. You will be able to read the article that Precious has wrote, and she is in the magazine as well. But last but not least, I have to give a shout out to the lady who sponsored the entire show today. Her name is Rhonda Allen Barron. She look at my jewelry. You guys see this jewelry, my earrings, these beautiful earrings. She helps me accessorize in this beautiful necklace. So if you guys need any assistance, reach out to Rhonda Pretty Matters on Instagram and Pretty Matters on Facebook. So I am all done with my commercials. Reach out to Precious, reach out to us at Ball Life Magazine, and we will see you guys next time. Okay. Thanks for joining us. And last, here we are. Boom. Ball Life Magazine. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.